Now I'm ready to say words that mean things.
Yeah. Meaningful words.
Meaningful words.
Dude, this Twitter app looks
Wrong.
wrong.
Wrong and gross and bad.
Uh-huh.
What a weird man he is.
Right?
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give it. I feel like we don't do this as often as we should. I'm gonna give a content warning.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about real people's deaths this week.
Okay, yeah.
So there's that. So Levi, what do? I don't know if I want to do that bit. So much like most white women on Tinder, this week we're going hiking.
Okay. That's dangerous.
It is dangerous, especially when you involve yourself with. I gotta go find the bookmark
Uh-oh.
because I had to move it. Because Levi was looking at my bookmarks. When you involve yourself with Igor Dyatlov.
Okay.
Because we're talking about the Dyatlov Pass.
Okay.
So, how much do you know about the Dyatlov Pass?
Well, none.
Okay, well, welcome to My Neighbor Mothman. You're about to find out.
I'm Levi.
I'm Zachary. This is Dyatlov Pass. This is one of my big kind of introductions into scary stuff. I had a specific breakdown of this that I wanted to use. Uh-oh. What's it? So, there's a good movie about this that I saw before while I try and get this sorted. That is called Devil's Pass, I think. It's pretty good. It's a horror movie that's in the mountains. So this is in 1959. There we go. 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov and a group of 8 young Soviet hikers, 7 men, 2 women, mostly university students, into the Ural Mountains, trying to reach Mount Orton. Torton. They did not return.
Oh.
3 months is how long it took to locate all 9 of the group's bodies.
Jeez.
So I've got like a overview and then details.
Okay.
Because it's a lot.
Okay.
So about 6 miles away from their final destination is where the tent was found.
All right.
A forest a mile away from the campsite is where the first bodies were found, without skis, shoes, or coats, in negative 30-degree Fahrenheit weather.
Oh.
2 had fractured skulls. 2 had major chest fractures, and 1 hiker was missing her tongue.
Oh. Oh, now that's a like they got jumped until a tongue's missing.
Uh-huh. And also the part of the Ural Mountains that they're in was Death Mountain.
Oh yeah.
That the natives very, very violently avoid and recommend avoiding.
Fair. All right. Good choices. We're making good choices out here.
Yep. The official cause of death for all of them was listed as hypothermia.
Yeah.
And the overarching cause was a compelling natural force, is what the Soviet investigators says. Which how long do you think the investigation went for 9 hikers, 2 with fractured skulls, 2 with chest fractures, and 1 missing a tongue?
It seems like that's a pretty extensive...
Keep in mind, 3 months to locate all 9 bodies. After the last one was found, how quickly do you think the case was closed?
Either the day of.
Like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Within the month, they
Yeah.
went,
Yeah, we did it.
we got it.
No problems.
So they died separately, and I believe it was a week later, a week after the last time they were seen, 4 of them were found. And then like 2-3 months go by, and then they found the other 5.
Oh, jeez.
So 2 were found under a cedar tree near the remains of a fire, while 3 were found in intervals of hundreds of feet from the tree, and 4 more found in a ravine another 250 feet away.
Oh, jeez.
The 2 under the tree had burned hands. The 4 in the ravine weren't found until May 4th. So this was about 3 months after the accident, or the incident.
Yeah.
I'm going to butcher all of these names.
That's what we do, baby.
So no one really understands what happened.
Yeah, it seems like, yeah.
Because stuff's about to get weird.
Okay.
So Ludmila Dubinina, her foot was wrapped in a piece of Yuri Krivonishenko's pants. Semyon Zolotaryov was found wearing Dubinina's hat and coat. Pretty much all items that were on anyone
Yeah.
had several cuts in them, as if they had been forcibly removed.
Oh.
So there was only 8 or 9 sets of footprints anywhere.
Yeah.
So no one showed up. No one came in. No one did anything. One sign of struggle.
Yeah.
The tent that they were in had been cut from the inside.
Well.
It was
Oh, God.
yeah, they had a fire going around.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff in the tent. Tent just straight up like a knife cut through the inside, and they sprinted out, and they found them like in a line,
Yeah.
hundreds of feet between them.
Huh.
I had it backwards. First 5 bodies were found, and then 4 months
Okay.
later, 4 of them were found because the 4 were in the ravine. The explanation, because the big thing that was confusing then, and more things have become confusing, was why were they all fucking naked?
Yeah.
And the best explanation anyone's got is a phenomenon called paradoxical undressing, which in about a quarter of hypothermia victims, as like your body temperature is malfunctioning,
Yeah.
you just think you're insanely hot. And so you
yeah.
like strip down and it freezes you faster. All of their stuff still inside the tent. Couple people left with stuff.
Oh.
Zolotaryov fled the camp with his camera. No gear for the camera because it's the 50s.
Yeah.
So it's not just a fucking
Yeah. It's
Nikon.
Not no, it's not a point and shoot.
Yeah. Rustam Zlobodin, Dyatlov, and Zina Kolmogorova died in poses indicating that they had turned back and were trying to return to the tent.
Huh.
Rustam had a small crack in his skull, but it was ruled that the elements killed him, not the fracture. No external wounds, just a fracture in his skull.
Yeah.
So then we get to the 4 bodies in the ravine. Dubinina and Zolotarev had fractured ribs, while Nikolai Thibault Brignolis had a major skull fracture, and the investigators compared the force required to that of a head-on collision in a car.
Yeah.
So a person didn't do that.
Yeah, that's strong.
No soft tissue damage on any of them.
Oh, wow.
Just broken bones. And then they find Dubinina,
Yeah.
who is missing her tongue. No indications of people nearby. The nearby native tribe
No.
interviewed, blah, blah. No known rituals that include anything with the tongue. And then we start scanning the clothes, where they detect radiation.
Oh. It was the Hulk. The Hulk did it.
Oh, no. So the case is closed.
Ah,
We find them.
they seem radioactive.
Case is closed. And then no one does anything about it for 35 years.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because the Soviets had closed the case and filed it away.
Yeah.
In the 1990s, post-Soviet era, documents came back out with pages of reports just completely either redacted or missing from the file.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that just reminded me, this is a tangent, but they redacted a bunch of stuff when they were doing the Xbox Activision stuff.
Uh-huh.
They redacted a bunch of PlayStation information about sales numbers and stuff. And when they scanned it in, the black, you can see right through it. You can see all the numbers and stuff that they weren't supposed to get out. Totally, you can read. And so you can see how many PlayStation 5s have sold and how many across multiple regions. It was just like they did a shit job with their Sharpie work.
So, I gotta go back and forth now.
All right.
So, this is a thing that apparently is a Russian traveler thing to do, where you will write fake newspapers about like the trip that you're on. And it's supposed to be like a brochure or whatever. It's just apparently something that Russian tourists either do or were doing at the time. And there's a specific line from one of the last ones that they wrote. They titled the newspaper "The Evening Ortoten," whatever the name of the mountain is. Mm-hmm. And the headline was, "From now on, we know that the snowmen exist."
Oh.
From the day before they all died.
Oh, boy.
And I have copies of because the diaries are public now.
Yeah.
You can read all of it. I've got copies of it. There's nothing super interesting in there other than the newspaper.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of, hey, the weather's all right. You know, it's cold.
It's cold out. We're in the mountains.
And then one of their tours had turned, or the guides had turned back because he had some like tendonitis stuff in his leg.
Oh yeah.
So the area was closed for 3 years.
Oh.
Afterwards. Now, part of the area has been renamed Dyatlov Pass.
Yeah.
Because of the incident. In 2019, Russia opens a new investigation because conspiracy theories are starting to run wild.
Yeah.
Which I found out are conspiracy theorists over here in America ain't got shit on
We
Russia.
don't hold a candle.
Not a fucking So a couple of things were happening that night that have been tied to the event. Several UFO sightings in the area right below that part of the mountain, which were explained away by like missile launches or something like that. There is a nuclear facility somewhere on the other side of the mountain. I don't remember exactly how close it was, but there's rumors of a secret, radioactive shit on the mountain. So then they go, oh, well, they must have been drinking contaminated melted snow.
Or something happening,
And in the late 90s, a kid who went to the funerals came out and talked.
Oh.
And said that the bodies all had a surprisingly deep brown tan to them.
Oh.
Which is something you get when you die of radiation poisoning.
Yeah.
So, looking like a lot of a lot of radiation.
Yeah. Oh no.
So in 2019, they opened a new investigation. And in 2020, they present their new conclusions, which they lead with, "We don't think we've solved this.
Yeah.
Our best guess is a slab avalanche."
Okay.
Which they say in their report could explain some of the injuries,
Yeah.
not all of the injuries.
No.
So
So we had burned hands, right?
burned hands,
Yeah.
fractured skulls,
Yeah.
tongue missing.
Yeah. Well, you
Yeah, it's an avalanche.
avalanche. Average avalanche stuff. It cuts out your tongue.
Yeah. So I'm trying to read what the definition of a slab avalanche is
Yeah.
and make any sense of it. Slab avalanches form frequently as snow that has been deposited or redeposited by wind. They have the characteristic appearance of a block slab of snow cut out from its surrounding by fractures. Elements of slab avalanches include the following: a crown fracture at the top of the start zone, flank fractures on the sides of the start zones, and a fracture at the bottom called the stotch wall. So I think it's just a big old slab.
I think it's a big chunk
big,
of
big
ice.
old chunk of ice and snow.
That's great. How did the ice cut out her tongue?
Yep. So the fuck. So that one article overview.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got a good breakdown. Krivoshenko, shoeless, only in underwear.
Okay.
Doroshenko, also only in underwear.
Yeah.
The people that were found under the tree
Mm-hmm.
with their burned hands
Yeah.
tried to climb the tree. Investigators reported branches up to 5 to 7 meters from the ground had been broken in a way that led them to believe that they were trying to climb up branches that very obviously could not support their weight. And then they fell and died where they landed.
Yeah.
So between the forest edge and the camp, they find the 3 other bodies.
Okay.
Dyatlov, Kolmogorova, and Slobodin, who had turned around and seemed to be returning to the tent. They were found at distances of 300, 480, and 630 meters from the tree.
Okay.
So you've got tent,
Yeah.
Dyatlov, you got 3 bodies, 2 under the tree.
Yeah.
Why? And then the final 4 bodies were found under 13 feet of snow in a ravine 250 feet further into the woods.
That seems like the most likely for the avalanche victims.
Uh-huh.
The other 4 in a ravine with snow on them.
Yeah, but that's where the tongue was cut off.
That is where the tongue was cut off.
So 3 of these 4 were dressed. Not fully dressed, but had
Yeah.
some kind of clothes on. Yeah, pants, socks. Ugh. My nose has been fine all day. Now it wants to run a little bit. So the crack on the guy with the crack in his skull, the minor one, was under the tree.
Okay.
So, although he died from hypothermia, the belief is probably fell down,
Fell out a tree. Yeah.
conked his old noggin. As it happens. All 4 of the bodies found at the bottom of the ravine were found near a creek, or a running stream of water. One with soft tissue damage.
Yeah.
Their eyes were missing.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, that's Those should be there.
So, yeah, Dubino was missing her tongue, eyes, parts of her lip, as well as facial tissue and a fragment of skull bone.
Oh, God.
So something
Didn't like her.
fucked her right up. Zolotaryov eyeballs missing, and Kolevatov had his eyebrows missing.
Maybe he just shaved his eyebrows.
The medical examiner could only determine that some of the injuries seemed to be post-mortem.
Yeah.
And best guess was Stream did it.
Yep, the stream.
Stream.
Takes your eyes.
Takes your eyes, takes your tongue.
Oh, those notorious streams. That's why we had to be in the tubes.
Yep.
Because otherwise, eyes and
Take
tongues.
your eyeballs.
Eyes and tongues would have been gone yesterday.
Lee's got to watch out. He put his mouth down in there and drinking that river water.
That river water, he's going to lose a tongue.
So that's it.
That's crazy. That's not it.
That's it.
Not it. They're missing body parts.
No one knows.
This is crazy. That's insanity.
So journalists have been all over it forever, and I found a bullet points on Dyatlov Pass.
Okay.
6 of the group's member died of hypothermia and 3 of fatal injuries. Mm-hmm. No indications of other people nearby. Tent ripped open from within. Victims died 6 to 8 hours after the last meal. Traces from the camp show all group members left the campsite of their own accord on foot. Some levels of radiation. Release documents contain no information about the condition of the internal organs.
Oh. Yeah.
No survivors. So Russia's official stance is
hiking accident.
Avalanche hit and they died of hypothermia.
Oh no.
And in 2018, Zolotaryov's remains were exhumed.
Oh.
On initiative from the Russian tabloid newspaper Komsomolskaya
Okay.
Pravda. Contradictory results were obtained.
No, what? That's crazy.
The whole character of the injuries resembles someone who was hit by a car. Apparently did not resemble any way that you look after you get hit by a car.
Yeah.
But no clue why. And then they do a DNA test. That's not the guy.
Oh, of course it's not. Of course it's not.
DNA of living relatives had no matches.
Yeah.
To the body that was attributed to this guy. So then they do reconstruction of his face.
Yeah.
With science.
Good at that. I watched Bones.
It matches post-war pictures of this man, but not pre-war pictures of this man.
Oh.
So belief is that someone in World War II took this guy's name.
Holy shit.
Yep.
That's another
It's a whole other thing, huh?
That's its own situation occurring. And he was cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
Like...
So, another very popular theory is my favorite.
Okay.
They pissed off the Yeti.
Yeah, right? That's initially what my brain went to. Like, oh man, whatever attacked their camp really hated that one lady. She must have yelled at it.
So, there was too much different between different articles that I just kind of pieced it all together. But the big Yeti story is that they saw it from the tent, needed to get out,
Yeah.
so they just cut it and sprinted. That's why they didn't put any clothes on. They were trying to get out fast to go see what was going on. Got there, got split up.
Yeah.
3 tried to go back to the tent. 2 tried to climb the tree. 4 of them just fucking ate it.
Yeah. 4 of them got chased into a ravine.
Yeah. And then, because there weren't, I mean, like, eyeballs were missing, tongue was missing. That's not sustenance, really, for a large creature.
Yeah.
If it was the Yeti just killed to kill.
Yeah. Which I believe when we talked about the Yeti previously, it was just aggressive because it could be.
He's just a guy. He's just a big old hairy guy who's just beating the fuck out of folks.
Yeah. Those are some of my favorite videos. Is
the Yeti just beating the shit out of people.
When they're doing Bigfoot hunts and Bigfoot starts throwing rocks at people.
Yeah.
It's just like, holy shit, and it's just like a fucking baseball size rock coming at people. Yeah.
So now we got some contradictory evidence.
Oh boy.
The location of the incident was studied in the 3 years that it was closed.
Mm-hmm.
No obvious signs of an avalanche. The bodies found within the month were covered in a very shallow layer of snow. Had there been an avalanche of the strength that they said, they would have been buried under, 15 feet of snow, if not just fully swept away.
Yeah.
Over 100 expeditions have been held to the region to just see if, hey, maybe at this specific time of the year or whatever.
Yeah.
They have now done up-to-date terrain-related physics tests.
Oh, man.
The location is entirely unlikely for such an avalanche to have occurred.
Yeah.
The dangerous conditions were found in an area 2 miles away that could have led to an avalanche.
Yeah.
But it's still not likely. An analysis of the terrain and the slope showed that even if there had been a one-off avalanche on that part of the mountain, it would have not only gone past the tent, but had it hit the tent would have, because if they tent was facing this direction, it was collapsed this way.
Yeah.
If there was an avalanche coming,
it would have gone with the snow. Way. Yeah.
So yeah, and another big problem with they're just young folks. They got swept away with an avalanche. Yeah, all of them had been hiking for at least 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Dyatlov, an experienced skier, and Zolotaryov was studying for his master's certificate in ski instruction and mountain hiking.
Oh wow, yeah. No, that's not somebody who's like.
That's not someone who's going to camp in the middle of an avalanche.
Yeah. That's somebody who at least knows what they're doing, we could say.
The recovered footprint patterns leading away from the tent also do not show any signs of a group of people running.
Yeah. Like
in panic. It looks like they got up and walked out. Yeah. So in
the climbing the trees thing is
the climbing the trees is
like,
weird.
We gotta get away from this.
From something
on the ground.
And then there's a documentary about it that I'm gonna want to watch from in 2015. Completely unrelated investigators went out and recreated the scene and where the bodies were and all that to try and see if there was anything that makes sense. Yeah. And apparently it's a really good documentary. I just haven't watched it yet. That's it for contradictory evidence. Yeah. There's one more theory.
Okay.
Military tests.
Well, yeah. Yeah, there's that. There's always that.
Yeah. Because apparently at the time the Soviets were trying out parachute mines.
Oh. Okay.
Around that area. So the sightings of glowing orange UFOs
Yeah.
could have been mines falling from the sky.
Yeah, they could have been.
Um,
Oh no.
the second part of the military test theory, not as grounded in science and
Oh
logic.
hell yeah.
Another theory is that because they were doing testing in the area, that they might have interacted with soldiers
Yeah.
at some point, and apparently a couple members of the group were fairly anti-Soviet.
Yeah.
So the soldiers decided to test radiological weapons on them.
Okay. Now we're talking. This is the good stuff.
Well, here's the problem with that. And here's the problem with the theory of, they just happened upon some radiation.
Yeah.
Not all the clothes had radiation.
Oh. Hit him with a ray gun.
Like that Harley Quinn.
Yeah. The cancer gun.
Yeah, the cancer gun.
You just gave me cancer, Harley Quinn.
Like,
So I'm so sorry.
I gotta go see my kids. So there's a movie, there's a documentary.
Okay.
There's no real answer.
Yeah.
No one has any clue.
No, that's scary.
Yeah, it's not cool,
No.
I'd say.
I would say it is distinctly not cool.
So now we're gonna do yokai.
Yay! More cool. Hopefully.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
There's been some bad
Oh,
ones.
there's some bad ones in here. These yokais gotta get together.
None of them as funny as the fucking the toilet guy. The toilet guy was so fucking funny. Give me a letter.
Jay.
Jay's on here, so we're gonna go with the Juman.
Okay.
Oh, Levi.
Yeah, we get a home run. We slam dunk.
Levi, the translation of the name. Unknown. Possibly. Grimace.
Fuck. It's Grimace. Oh my god. That does not look like the purple McDonald's man.
No, it doesn't. Juman is an ugly yokai which looks like a human male except for a few key features. His ears are wide, protruding, and somewhat elephantine. He has red rings around his eyes, giving them a bloodshot, glaring look.
So I don't know the species, but there's a Star Trek species that looks like that.
I don't know.
My
Star Trek
brain
species
says
enough.
Ferengi, but that's
No,
just
those are
because
the-
that's a Star Trek.
Those are the spiky guys. Wait, no,
Those
you are right.
Klingons.
Ferengi are the guys with the big
Big
ears.
ears.
Yes.
I don't know Star Trek well, but yeah, I have bits and pieces I picked up, and that's what that instantly I thought of.
Mouth stretched wide, and his lips are fat and fishy. He is mostly bald, but has a bristly goatee, sideburns, and a mustache. So that's it.
Yeah, it's just an ugly dude.
It's just an ugly dude. And now there's a picture of... Oh, Levi, you know how there was a girl in the picture?
Yeah.
We found his girlfriend. It's Nikarashi.
Yeah, Ferengi. Yeah.
Yeah. Unknown. Oh, sorry, this is the translation. Unknown, possibly detestable.
I don't know her, but she seems detestable.
Nikarashi is a yokai which resembles a human woman. Her kimono hangs off her shoulders erotically,
Oh.
exposing part of her breasts. Her hair sensually tumbles down her shoulders. From the neck down, she is the picture of temptation. However, her face is puckered and bloated like a catfish.
Oh.
Her neck is long and ribbed, and her broad ears flap like an elephant's. Her hands are also curled and clawed like a beast's.
Oh.
That's it.
All right.
what's this guy? This will be the last one.
All right.
Oh, I love it. Shiofuki.
That's a water dude. He's spraying water and he's doing something with his hands. I don't know what,
His
he's trying to do.
translation is Tide Sprayer.
Tide sprayer.
It is an
Cleans
elusive.
your laundry.
Yeah. It's an elusive aquatic yokai with elephantine ears and a trunk-like mouth.
Dude, we're in the elephant ears section
Yeah.
of the yokai.
It has human-like arms, but its hands are webbed and resembles the fin of a fish. Its body is covered in fine hairs, which the salt in the ocean sticks to. It is only seen when it rises up from the waves to spray salty water into the air. Everything else about the lifestyle and habits of this creature is a mystery.
Excellent.
And that's the end of the article.
Excellent. Go find one of those. Go catch one.
Yeah, go get you a Tide Sprayer.
Get you a Tide sprayer. Do it.
Yeah, so that's it.
Cool.
Dead Russians.
Yeah. Possible Yetis, possible UFOs, possible radiation, Russian military.
And Dumbo and his ugly girlfriend.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Dumbo
his super sexy girlfriend other than her hands, neck, and head.
Yeah.
So, yeah. She wear that. She wearing that kimono erotically.
Hey.
God damn it. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for listening.
You can follow us on Twitter where I'll be tweeting out something soon.
Yeah.
I won't tell you what. I won't tell Levi what.
Listen, stuff just gets tweeted sometimes.
Stuff gets tweeted and then I interact with it.
Yeah.
It's like my own little echo chamber that I've created for myself. And you can watch that happen at Mothman Podcast on Twitter.
Yeah.
You can watch me interact with the podcast Twitter at Baby Mothman.
I'll like and retweet the Twitter posts at Levi Carver, LeviScarver.
You can follow Coralie, who does or did our artwork, at Lychan_. You can watch us do this live at twitch.tv/Skeleton Crew Gaming.
You can watch episodes broken out individually over on YouTube. The Skeleton Crew Gaming channel has archives, and the Board Nerds channel has episodes individually broken out.
Yeah, and you can buy merch at boardnerds.store.
Yep.
Right now,
We got
one
shirts.
wrestling item. Potentially soon, 2 wrestling items.
We have to get something that catches on as hard as Austin did.
Yeah, really.
Because Austin 316 really
I love that shirt.
It hit bit hard for wrestling, you know.
Yeah.
So we have to find the next one of those. We're gonna get Cena soon, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, because
he's gonna have a
Dr. Thugonomics, right?
He's a doctorate in thugonomics, I believe.
Hell yeah.
Or maybe it's a master's in thugonomics. I don't know.
No, I think it's a doctorate. I remember something about John Cena and a doctorate.
With the bucket hat and the giant chain he's gonna come out
and those
wearing.
Jenkos.
God, it takes him a minute before he gets to like some jean shorts consistently. But yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah. Look forward to more wrestling merch because it's probably gonna happen.
Yeah,
I think it's it.
I think so. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
See you guys next time.
Unless you go hiking in Russia.
Don't go hiking in Russia. Just it's cold in general, I would say.
Yeah, it's also not a great time.
Yeah.
Just politically to be doing anything in
hiking.
Russia. To what?
To be hiking.
Oh, I thought
It's a politically hiking, turbulent hiking area.
Hey.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Hey, what are you doing up there?
I'll be
I'm
hiking.
just hiking. Fuck you. I'm hiking. But conservatively? No. Ooh, I'm going to tear that man up. Ooh, I'm going to test radiological weapons on that man.
Ooh, I bet his shoes are recycled.
All right, goodbye.
Bye, y'all.